This is example 2 in lesson 10.6, part 1. We're going to solve 2x squared minus 7. Now the difference, minus 7 equals x. Now the difference with this problem, there are two. One is it's not in proper order. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to put this in proper order of descending degree. So 2x squared, I'm going to subtract the x from both sides, minus x minus 7 equals 0. The second thing, and we won't find this out till the end, is that these are not going to be nice, neat endings. We're going to end up with decimals. But that's okay. That's part of reality. Most quadratic equations are not going to give us some nice, neat numbers. So a is 2. B is -1, and C equals -7. We now have the pieces that we need to plug into our quadratic formula. So here's, again, is our formula. Always write it down on the page so that you have it to refer to. -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. I'm going to plug all my numbers in. So -b, well, b is a -1, so it's a -1. This is why you have to be so careful. Plus or minus the square root of b squared, -1 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is -7, over 2 times a, which is 2. All right, we've written it all down. Now it's getting down to the nitty-gritty of doing it piece by piece. I'm just going to do it underneath, and then we'll probably work out the answer in this corner. 1 plus or minus the square root of 1. 4 times 2 is 8, times 7 is 56. It's a positive 56 because I'm multiplying two negatives. If there were a third negative, this would be a negative number, over 2 times 2, which is 4, which is going to equal 1 plus or minus the square root of 57 over 4. Okay, well, I now have two answers to do. I have 1 plus the square root of 57 over 4, and I have 1 minus the square root of 57 over 4. Let me take my calculator and figure out the square root of 57. So square root 57 is 7.54. So 1 plus 7.54 over 4, and 1 minus 7.54 over 4. When I do this, I get 8.54. So I'm going to add a 1. I'm going to divide by 4, and I'm going to get 2.14 over here. I'm going to do the same over here, and I'm going to again get my square root, and this time it's got to be a negative square root. Let me go back and do it right. Negative square root of 57. See that? Sorry if you didn't see the last one. Negative square root of 57 plus 1 divided by 4, negative 1.64. And just because I think you didn't see my calculator, I'm just going to do that again so you can see it. The first one was the square root of 57, which gives me that 7.54 plus 1 divided by 4, and you can see I get 2.14. So my two answers to this problem are 2.14 and negative 1.64. I am going to go on and do guided practice number 2. If you want to do it, it is optional, but I recommend that you try it and then check and see the video that I'm going to make so you can see if you did it correctly.